Hello and welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so that you can get the notification about my new tutorials. Alright, so if you see now our Kaspersky is already installed, and this is the very first time when I'm launching my web browser console, which I showed you in the last tutorial where we installed Kaspersky Security Center 14.2. If you want to access it, you can use the um, IP address, fully qualified domain name with port what you specified during the installation, and it will be able to install your Kaspersky Security Center. It will be able to launch your web browser console of Kaspersky Security Center. Now, if you see over here, there are hardening guides. I confirm that I have fully read and understood the hardening guide. Of course, we can go through it. You can do hardening. Otherwise, there is a document separately available which can do the hardening part. You can click on I confirm that I have fully read and understand the hardening guide, and I can click on accept over here. Now over here, this is the first part which is like a welcome visit for me. I can do the same from my MMC console. I can do it from the web console. Normally we used to do it through MMC console, but this time let's go through the web console. First thing you have to do is activate your Kaspersky Security Center. Then you have to configure delivery of notification by emails, and then you have specified the proxy server settings if there are any. For first thing, of course, you need to activate. I have a direct connection to the internet. I don't need proxy, so I'm going to click on next. Downloaded required database updates. Please wait for completion of check for required updates and of information retrieval. So we'll wait for this. You can click next. Now assets to secure, in your case, what are those? You can look at, select those over here. For me, I have, let's say, Windows workstations and file servers and storage, so I'm just going to choose that. If you have other platforms, you can select those as well. Going to click next over here. Now over here it says encryption solutions which you want. So Kaspersky application for the protection areas that you selected include cryptographic tools implementing the advanced encryption. So normally depends what you want to do. I normally go with strong encryption, so I can click over here and I can click on next. So what it is now allowing me to do is installation of plugins for managed applications. So I have file servers which I am going to show you, and I'll be using Kaspersky Security Center for Windows. I'm going to select that. If I want to install a plugin for Sandbox, I can select there. Detection and response, which is our EDR part, I can install those. Kaspersky workstation endpoint agent is also there, which is again for EDR. I can select all those and click next over here. So what it will do, it will be installing the plugins which are needed, which I have selected over there. So of course this process takes little time. Again, in my editing, I will just skip this part and I will show you when they are already installed. So by looking at the clock, you can see that it took some time to install all the required plugins. Of course it depends on your download speed also, because it has to download all those plugins and then install it. So now the installation of the selected plugins are completed. I will click on next over here. Now if you see download and create the installation packages, it says that you can download and create the installation package for this, but again it will take time to download this package. I already have this package downloaded. I will show you the process of creating it later, but for now I'm just going to uncheck this and click next. For you, of course, you can just simply go and download and create the package for this. I'm going to click on next over here. Now on this page I have to accept the KSN agreement. KSN is basically Kaspersky Security Network, which is an online service that provides access to information about reputation of files and so on. So I have to select the I agree to use Kaspersky Security Center network. Click on next over here. Now add activation code, or I can add using a key file later, or I can add a key file now. I can click on enter the code. Of course, I'm going to hide this when you will be watching this recording, but you have to enter your license over here. So you can see now the license is activated. I have possibility to automatically distribute license key to manage devices, but in my case there are no managed devices and I can do it later. So I'm just going to click on next over here. Now Windows Update Server services, if you want to use that, or you want to use administration server as a WSUS server, you can select this. This is for patch management part, and search for required updates, find and install required updates. So to find the vulnerabilities and required updates, task will be created for network agent if there is none. And if you click on find and install required updates, to define vulnerabilities, required updates task will be created for network agent, while the installation required updates and fix vulnerability task will be created for administration server if there is none. So you can choose both, or I'll show you later how you can create to fix those vulnerabilities. For now I'm going to click on next over here, and I can confirm my KSN statement for Kaspersky Security Center for Windows Server also, and click next. Now if you see this, all things will be created. So what will happen over here, it will create certain tasks for administration server, network agent, policies and tasks and so on. I will click on create, and if you see, it has started creating all these policies. This same can be done through MMC console, and we used to do this through MMC console, but now today I wanted to show you from the web browser side. So it's the similar thing. Once you will have this visit completed, many of your tasks and policies which are for the default things will be created over there. Now here is your email related settings. If you want to put the recipient email, of course I will put administrator at stack. You can send the test message to check if TLS is required and so on. I'm just going to click on next over here. It says certificate. Okay, let me say do not use certificate, so I don't need to select certificate, and I click on next. Now I can create the installation, I can create the network pool also. So initial network pool by administration server has completed. I can click on view detected devices. If you see, there are no managed devices except server, and I can see unassigned devices if there are any. It has pulled my Active Directory and pull up the information about those devices which are part of my Active Directory. Now if I click on cancel over here, it can take me to the next page, and this is where my visit is completed. Now I can run the protection deployment visit. I'll click on finish. I show you what is protection deployment visit. So protection deployment visit helps me to basically install network agent or anything from here to certain places. You want to do not add license key to installation package, or you want to add the installation key to the license package. That's up to you. You can do that. For me, I'm not adding it because I want to show you later. I'm going to click on next over here. Now here I can select the managed devices if there are any, or select the devices for installation. I can go to unassigned devices, and then I can select the device where I want to push this network agent to. But I'm not going to do it now because that's not what I wanted to do it over here. I'm going to click on next. For now, if you see, it is asking to select a machine. So let's say I'm going to select the server. Most likely it is already there, because when you install Kaspersky Security Center, the network agent gets installed along with that. If you want to move the computer to any specific group, you can select that. But in my case, I don't have groups over here, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to click on next. Of course, because there is no network agent, I need to add the account. So for that, I am going to use my, for example, okay, we're using a cloud. Okay, I'm going to click on next over here after selecting my account and run the task after the visit is finished. So there will be a task which will be executed over there. We'll see if we have anything over here, and the tasks, you can see there is a task which I have created. It is available over here and it shows completed. If you see over here, the status completed with warning. If we go to results, what it says, network agent has already been installed as part of the installation. So you don't need to do any installation. Okay, so this is how you can do the you can run through the startup visit. And now if you see, all your Kaspersky console like you had before is available over here. If you go to manage devices, these are your managed devices over here. If you want to play around with other things, of course we can do that, but for now I just wanted to show you how this whole thing works and how does it look like over here. Thank you so much for watching this walkthrough. Please use the comment section below to let me know if this solves your problem or this is what you were looking for, and to discuss more about any of the technologies which I'm talking about. Thank you and stay blessed.